Hello everyone, welcome along to round 3 of the LB Racing Series. Tonight we are at the fantastic Monza. Got some great action to bring you tonight. First off, if you can hit that like button, I'm going to ask you straight away off the bat, start the video, hit the like button now, get it locked in early, and we will then get this action underway here. So, here for round 3. Fantastic first 2 rounds. If you haven't seen them already, go back on the channel and you can check them out. First off, congratulations to driver of the day from round 2 goes to Mario. Don't forget, later on in the video you can vote for your driver of the day. Link will be in the description. So let's have a look at the table after round 2. So you've got Cookie there in 14th, D Young 30th, Boldy 12th, Upper Million 11th, Foxy Dev in 10th, Fatman there in 9th, and Drew in 8th spot. Now there is a drop round to come into this later on. I'll probably enter that in after round 5, so every driver will get a drop round, so they will obviously, their worst result will not count towards it, but quite close there. Obviously a couple of drivers have missed one round so far, but yeah, not too much of a gap appearing there from last to 8th spot. We'll look at the top half of the table. Johnny there in 7th, Gear Kayla in 6th, Sprinkler in 5th, Mario, your driver of the day that you've just seen from round 2, they're in 4th, climbing up the table nicely. You've got Mike there in 3rd, Gavsky there in 2nd, very unlucky there in round 1. Did take the fastest lap in round 2. Can he do something here tonight? Then LBR Lewis, the winner of the first 2 races, almost on maximum points, just missed out on the fastest lap at round 2 at Red Bull. They're in 1st. Now, obviously a brief reminder of the format of tonight. So tyre wear is a factor in this race, so you've got to run the soft and the hard tyre. Now you can look up doing it on either strategy, as you can see there. But I think let's get back to the track action. As you can see, the crowd is here and getting ready. The pit crews are there all ready for tonight's action of round number 3 of the LBR Racing Series. Let's have a look at what happened in the qualifier before the race. Let's have a look. So, Fatman there in 12th, followed by, then you've got Johnny in 11th, with Drew there in 10th. Boldy there in 9th, with D Young in 8th. Mike taking 7th place there. Sprinkler taking 6th place in qualifying. Mario in 5th, with Gavsky in 4th. And then it's Foxy Dev in 3rd, with Gear Kayla taking 2nd, and LBR Lewis taking pole. Can he make it 3 wins from 3 at round number 3? Right everyone, let's get into the action for round number 3 of the LB Racing Series as cars come up to the start finish line. LBR Lewis on pole, as you saw just a second ago, and it's underway here at round 3 as all the cars there crossing the start finish line. LBR Lewis leading the pack away. Get Kayla there in 2nd as they come into turn 1. Foxy Dev there in 3rd. And everyone seems to be quite well behaved in turn 1 and turn 2. Oh, we will go back and replay that and see what happened to that driver. I think that was D Young. So Foxy Dev her in 3rd. A little bit of a battle there in the lead, it looks like. Right, so we're going to watch this replay on board with from Mike's point of view to see what happened. It was D Young that got spun out there at the start, so Mike goes wide into the corner, and then D Young is just there, just you can just see, just gets nudged out there from Mike. Mike didn't really have much to go, some curbs, but unfortunately for D Young. So the leaders starting off on the soft tyre. Gavsky there making a move and getting up into 3rd place. Foxy Dev in 4th. Fighting that one back, it looks like, up the inside and getting the inside and making the move stick, and taking 3rd place back from Gavsky in 4th. Sprinkler there in 5th position. It's got past Mario in 6th there. Mario starting on the hard tyre. Mike there in 7th with a half-second penalty for Mike. Baldy in 8th, followed by Johnny in 9th place. Having a bit of a battle there. Old Git in 10th. So he climbed a couple of positions here in that first lap. Drew in 11th. And as we saw a second ago, D Young there getting spun round at the start, but on the back of the pack still. So fighting his way back up through the field. So close here at the front between LBR Lewis and Geek Hill, who's completely one. Slipstream obviously going to play a massive part here on the long straights of Monza. And Geek Hill getting the lead there. Lewis inside. Takes the lead of the race. So great battle going on here between the front two. So the front two pulling out a little bit of a gap from Froxy Dev and Gav behind. Kayla looking around again, looking for that move, see if it's on, see if he can find a way past LBR Lewis. Getting a bit squirrely there on the exit of the corner was Kayla. But managed to keep it in a straight line. Battles galore behind as Gavsky and Froxy Dev going at it again. Gavsky getting past Froxy Dev, getting up the inside into the first of the Lesmo corners. Now this is bringing Sprinkler into contention there in 5th. So Sprinkler is on the back of this pack, who's with the front few. And looking and hoping that they're probably going to make a mistake in front. See us on the back of this pack. Mario still in 6th position there on hards, the front running hard tyre. Mike in 7th. Mike running a little bit wide there, kicking up a bit of gravel, getting a bit sideways there from Mike, but manages to keep it in a straight line. Johnny in 8th position, Drew in 9th. D Young has moved up to 10th place, so fought back and gained 2 positions on that last lap. Old Git there in 11th, looking at the inside, doesn't go for the move. And Baldy there in 12th. At the front of the pack, still close between LBR Lewis and Gear Kayla. Make it through the first corner, no incidents so far on this last lap. Gavsky up to 3rd. Sprinkler has moved up to 4th. So Sprinkler getting the move done there on Froxy Dev. We'll go back and have a look at where that happened. So a bit of helmet cam view here for Sprinkler's overtake. Froxy runs wide on the exit of the corner. Sprinkler gets up the inside, just inside the track limits, and gets the move done. Got that lovely tone from Gav in front to enable Sprinkler to get through and up past Froxy Dev. So Sprinkler there getting the move done and up into 4th place on Froxy Dev in 5th. Mario there in 6th still. Mario did a great job on the hard tyre and podium finisher in the last race. Can Mario make this alternate strategy pay dividends? Can he make it pay off again and get another podium from 6th at the moment? Started in 5th, lost out position at the start, but he's using up that hard tyre. He's getting that out of the way nice and early in this race. Mike there with another half-second penalty there for Mike. Oh, Mike getting really wide on the exit there. Almost losing the back end of the car, but kept in the straight line. Serves that penalty. This is going to bring Johnny into contention because Johnny's obviously at full chat, and there goes Johnny up into 7th place. Mike dropping down into 8th. With Drew there in 9th. Old Git there in 11th. D Young now 10th. Old Git there running a bit wide. And that brings Boldy attention. Boldy is on full chat. So we might see a position change here at the back of the field. Boldy looking up the inside. And yet there's a change for position there between 11th and 12th. So I'll get that dropping down into 12th. Back at the front, still close. Front here between LBR Lewis and Gear Kayla, as they are on lap 4 now. LBR Lewis with the fastest lap of the race so far, a 1:50.0. Wide. And that is going to bring Gear Kayla into the lead of the race. That is Gear Kayla now in the lead of the race. LBR Lewis tucks in behind. Fight this one back. So as I was saying a second ago, LBR Lewis done a 1:50.073 before he decided to run wide on the exit of the second Lesmo. As they go through to Scari and onto the back straight, he's going to get a great toe here from Gear Kayla. As they come round the last corner. Wider line there from LBR Lewis, might get in the slingshot onto the start-finish straight. So in that slipstream, still in that slipstream, coming towards the first corner, thinks about it, moves out for the move, tucks back in, Gear Kayla runs wide, so Gear Kayla, and Gear Kayla gets a reset. Oh, unfortunate for Gear Kayla. Let's have a look at what happened there properly, because the cameras were struggling to keep up. Let's go back and have a look at what happened there. So, Gear Kayla coming down the start-finish straight there into the first corner. It goes deep, tries to keep the car on the track, manages to do so. LBR Lewis go try and just keep the power too much round. And an unfortunate reset there for Gear Kayla. And look at that, that does drop him quite far back in the order, but he does have a chance to fight back, not too far off the group. So, unfortunately for Gear Kayla, that was a very harsh reset. Trying to get off the track and get back onto the track. That's a harsh reset. Unfortunate running wide there into turn 1. Scores that reset and drop down to 5th place. So behind Sprinkler in 4th. With Froxy Dev in 3rd at the moment. Gavsky there in 2nd. So Gavsky now up in 2nd place with that incident. And LBR Lewis there in the lead. A little bit of a gap with Gav, not too far behind. Listen to this mighty Mercedes engine. So don't forget, the Driver of the Day vote will open up partway through this race. You'll see it appear in the bottom right hand corner of the video telling you that the Driver of the Day vote is open. So all you need to do is just go into the description of the video, there's a link there. Click on that and vote for the driver that you think deserves Driver of the Day, and that will be announced in next week's video. So LBR Lewis in the lead, Gavsky 2nd. Gavsky gaining a bit of ground here. Froxy Dev there in 3rd, not too far away from the lead as well. Sprinkler not too far back either. Gear Kayla there in 5th, not too far back as well. Then you've got Mario on the hards doing a great job there in 6th. You've got the leaders still in sight. Johnny there in 7th, coming through with Mike in 8th. You've got a battle going on behind between D Young and Drew. D Young moving up into 9th, so it did drop down to 12th at the start of the race. Has bored his way back up into that 9th place spot. So doing a great job there, recovering is De Young. Drew there in 10th. I'll get in 11th. So climbed a place back up and running in 11th. With Boldy there in 12th position. So back to the leaders. We are 10 minutes into this race. So 20 minutes left to run here. Well, I don't think we're going to see any pit stops just yet. Tyres seem to be holding out for the drivers. Let's see what the lap times are as they come round to complete another lap. So LBR Lewis comes round and does a 1 minute 50.7. Gav does a 1 minute 51.4. Sprinkler up into third, there does a 1 minute 52.9. Foxy Dev does a 1 minute 54, so slow lap there from Foxy Dev. Kayla fighting back after an unfortunate turn 1 incident earlier on in the race. These guys can just see the lead. Foxy Dev picking up a bit of dirt there on the exit of turn, effectively it's turn 2. Johnny doing a great job there in 7th, holding on to this position with Mike behind. So Johnny on a really strong run here in that 7th place. Mike there in 8th. De Young there in 9th still, but catching up to the back of Mike slowly, it looks like. So De Young doing a great job here, getting his head down, pumping out those laps. Through there in 10th. Still on the back of this little pack, so there's a little gaggle of cars here in the middle. Old Git there in 11th, doing a great job, and then looks like Boldy's had a bit of an incident. He had dropped a fair bit off the pack, but everyone's still easily on the same lap as we approach the 13-minute mark in the race. So LBR Lewis and Gavs are coming around to complete another lap. Let's see what the tyre wear is like in that one. Of 51.5 there for LBR Lewis as Gavsky comes into the pit. So we've got our first pit stop of the night. It's on the 13-minute mark for Gavsky, so he's going to come in and drop down into 5th place at the moment. So has he found a good gap to come out? That is going to be the crucial bit, is this outback here for Gavsky. So he's just getting up to speed, but we have got Johnny approaching in the background. But it looks like Gavsky's got himself out into clean air. So this could be critical here. There's the gaggle of cars in front, which is seen on the screen there. Gavsky out onto the hard tyres and got some clean air in front. Oh, he gets very slidey on the exit. Need to get some heat into those tyres, Gav. So Gavsky out in at 6th place, but does have clear track in front. Needs a decent outlap here, so I think we might start to see quite a lot of people pit. Eventually in front of this gaggle of cars here, which is Johnny and Mike, with De Young not too far behind them. Through their temps, so no one else has pitted yet. Old Git there in 11th, Boldy in 12th. Now will we see the leaders coming in? So LBR Lewis got a bit of a gap because Sprinkler, well, half-second penalty, Foxy Dev and Gear Caleb are all battling out behind. So these guys are all nice and close. This is giving LBR Lewis a bit of clean air in front. As we are coming up to the halfway point, are we going to see another lot of pit stops? Are these guys going to come into the pits? Let's go to the leader, see if we see the leader come into the pits on this lap. And yes, we are. So that's a pit stop for the leader. Going to try and cover off that pit stop that Gavsky done earlier on. Foxy Dev is coming, no, not coming into the pits. So it's Sprinkler and Gear Kayla come into the pits. Foxy Dev has carried on to do another lap. Mario comes into the pits to get rid of the hard tyres as well, so it's a halfway point. Albiolus is coming out of the pits now with Gavsky just coming on the top of the straight. How close is Gavsky going to be behind Albiolus as we come into the first corner? It looks like Albiolus has, there is the gap, and there's managed to do another lap and get out and underway on hard tyre. Now let's see if it can last another 15 minutes in the lead of this race. So Foxy is currently in the lead. Obviously you can see he hasn't pitted yet. So like to take this moment, we're halfway point. If you haven't already, hit the like button on the video. Also share it out there, get it out there, send it to people, get other people watching. Last video did fantastically well. Let's see if we can beat it with this one. Let's get those likes up and share the video away. Also comment, chuck a comment in there as well. Albiolus out on the hard tyre. Now Gavsky out on the hard tyre behind as well. Gavsky looks like absolutely flying here on that hard. So Mike hasn't pitted, Mike stayed out. Sprinkler with Kayla right behind. Kayla looking for the move. As Foxy comes into the pits to complete their pit stop. Kayla looking up the inside. Sprinkler hanging it round the outside. Keeping hold of the position there from Sprinkler. Mike coming into the pits. Sprinkler getting a little bit of a toe there from Mike just before he came in. You can see the leaders out at the end of the straight there. And here is Foxy coming out the pits. So Foxy going, obviously getting up to speed. Sprinkler coming through. We're going to get 3 cars wide. Wow, all 3 of them going into the corner there. Kayla has to go out wide to avoid Sprinkler, who's also trying to avoid Foxy Dev, but Foxy Dev has come out in 3rd place. So we have all 4 of these cars, and Mario has joined the party. So the 3 cars here of Foxy Dev, Sprinkler and Kayla are on the hard tyres. Mario on the soft behind. Mario's in a great spot here. Mario's in a fantastic position here for another podium for Mario. He's right on the back of them already. These guys are going to have no answer to Mario's tyres. Mario's looking at a wall of cars in front of him. These guys are having a great battle here for 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. As was that Sprinkler getting pushed out wide? Well, go back and have a look at what happened there. Right, so let's have a look at what happened there. All 4 cars coming down towards Ascari. Sprinkler is in front of the pack. Coming to the corner. Oh, it's just coming together between Kayla and Sprinkler. Kayla went on the inside. Sprinkler went to the corner, and unfortunately Sprinkler is the one that loses out there and gets knocked out wide. So Sprinkler losing out there and getting pushed onto the gravel of the scurry. Foxy Dev 5th, Mario 4th, so Mario's moving up positions now. Mario's got the inside, Mario's going to have 3rd here. That is Mario up into 3rd place. So he's gone from 6th to 3rd in the space of a lap. He is flying. He's got Kayla in the slipstream behind. He's going to look at doing a move into turn 1. Mario shuts the door and goes, no, you're not going on my inside. This is mine. I'm on the softs. I'll see you later. Gavsky there in 2nd. Catching up to the leader. This is going to be interesting. Albiolus there in the lead of the race still. But we're with some not great lap times there. By 1 minute 51, Gav is in the mid 1 minute 51, so Gavski is coming. Mario is checked out now from that gaggle of cars behind and is off and up the road. Foxy Dev there in 4th. Yeah, Kayla just behind in 5th. Kayla getting on the curve there, a little bit of movement there, but gets the power down okay, coming out of his car. Corner Sprinkler and behind, not doing too bad after that last lap incident. Can see the two in front, so just needs to get his head down and catch up to the back of them. Currently running in 6th. Mike there in 7th. And then Mike's got a little gap behind to Johnny and D Young. Johnny in 8th, D Young in 9th. Drew just behind them in 10th, as looks like there might be a change of position here. So D Young just getting the nose in front on Johnny, but they are going to have a drag race down into turn 1. And Johnny there later on the brakes, D Young on the inside, but Johnny, well done Johnny. D Young getting a little bit of the curb there, losing a bit of drive off the corner. That's going to bring through into contention there in 10th spot. I'll get there in 11th. And Baldy there in 12th. Back to the leaders. LBR Lewis has a 1 second penalty. And Gavski is not too far behind. So 1 second penalty there for the leader. That's a 1.5 second penalty now. That's just changed to a 1.5 second penalty. And there goes, as we catch up with the cameras, Gavski's flown past. So 22 minutes into the race, the lights are on for Gavski. So it's got dark enough here at Monza for the lights to come on. So Gavski has taken the lead of the race, has the fastest lap of the race as well, 1:50.043. Doing a great job here is Gavski. LBR Lewis there, now dropping down into 2nd place. So it looks like the perfect run of wins could be over here for LBR Lewis. The winner of the first 2 races, but it does look like Gavski is on for his first win of the series with 7 minutes left to go in this race. Easy here now at Monza. Started off as a nice summer's day at the beginning of this race, has now turned into a bit of hazy, dreary crowd with the lights on the cars, but it is nice to see the lights on cars. If we can get in the going in the comments actually as well, if you can let us know, who do you think has the nicest looking livery? So let's run through them. So you've got Gavski's Budweiser livery there. LBR Lewis in the LB Racing livery. Get a good side-on shot of it so you can see the livery. Mario in his livery. Gear Kayla then. Second penalty for Gear Kayla in the Racing Rivals livery. Oh, Gear Kayla going off. Snap of oversteering, understeering, everything there into the corner. Gets the second penalty. He's going to have to serve after having that incident. So Gear Kayla dropping down into 6th with that penalty. Let's go back up and have a look at the drivers that we missed out for the liveries. So Foxy Dev's livery there. Drive it like you stole it. It's a great motto. Sprinkler there in the Red Bull livery. Max Verstappen. So we've just seen Gear Kayla's livery there, the Racing Rivals livery. Mike coming through now in a homage livery to Mercedes. I think it's George Russell one, so I think I've seen 63 of this class. It's George Russell Mercedes Patronus livery. D Young there in another Racing Rivals livery. Drew there in a Patronus livery with Johnny getting past there. So you see, oh, Johnny getting into the grass. Keeps it going though. So Johnny's livery there. Old Git there in the old style McLaren livery. Great flames coming out the exhaust of the car there, as it appears to be getting a bit lighter as well. And Boldy there in his livery. So yeah, drop a comment. Who do you think has the nicest looking livery in tonight's race? Back to the leaders. Let's get back to the racing action. Gavsky still in the leaders race, pulling a gap now. I think LBR Lewis has got an answer to Gav. Gav's hey, there's consistency for you. So since Gav pitted, he's done 1 minute 51.6, 1 minute 51.7, 1 minute 51.2, 1 minute 51.6, and then a 1 minute 51.7, because for some reason that 15 is now showing in between. That's just strange. It's only like 13. 13's disappeared, 14's there, 15 shows up twice. And in comparison, LBR Lewis is in the 1 minute 50. It's done 1 minute 51.5, which is a comparable lap time to Gav. There's also 1 minute 52, 1 minute 54. The sun is now setting at Monza. So Gavsky there doing some great laps. Every lap in a 1 minute 51. That is consistency for you. No wonder he's in the lead of this race. As we've got 3 minutes left of action here at Monza. Don't forget, Driver of the Day vote is open. You can see it has appeared in the bottom corner. Get on to the link in the description and vote for your Driver of the Day here at 7 more rounds over the next 7 weeks coming up of action. Next week's round is at Brands Hatch. So another great track. So we're still on the European leg of the championship. Gavsky there driving a beautiful race, especially on these hard tyres. Pace on the hard tyre, the lights have just come back on the car. LBR set in second. Mario up in third, not too far off the leaders on these softs. So Mario running a great alternative race, started on the hard and onto the softs. Froxy Dev there in fourth, having another solid race as Froxy Dev. So is Sprinkler in fifth. Another driver having another solid result, another top 5 finish for Sprinkler. Gear Kayla there in sixth. Unfortunate incidents have dropped Gear Kayla down from second to sixth in this race. Mike there in seventh. Mike's had a bit of a lonely race this time out. Hasn't really been around him. He's been in this spot of between the top 5, 6, and then the group behind. It's been in that kind of no man's land. So a lonely race here for Mike. D Young there in 8th. He's pulled out a bit of a gap there from Drew behind. So it looks like D Young comfortably has managed to recover to 8th spot. So great recovery there from D Young. Beautiful shot there. Drew there in 9th place. Another solid race here from Drew. In 9th, Johnny in 10th. Old Get there in 11th, just coming through turn 1. With Boldy just coming through as well, so not too far behind is Boldy. Boldy catching up a little bit. So this is definitely going to be this is going to be the end of the race. As we just hit the 30-minute mark, it's going to be Gavsky who takes the win at round 3 of the LB Racing Series here at Monza. Obiolo set in 2nd, couldn't convert the pole into a win here at Monza, but it's on the podium. Mario finishes on the podium. Great alternative strategy there for Mario 3rd to get that 3rd podium spot. Foxy Dev in 4th. Sprinkler's going to come round and finish it in 5th place. Kayla in 6th. With Mike there in 7th position at the end of the race. And then D Young crosses the line behind him to take 8th place. Drew is going to cross the line and finish in 9th. Johnny there in 10th. And then still racing, coming up towards the last corner. We have Old Git just coming round, and he will look to be taking 11th place on the checkered flag. So Old Git there taking 11th and Boldy in 12th. But your winner tonight, Gavsky, taking the race win here at Monza. Wow, what a fantastic action-packed race there for round 3. Let's have a quick look and see what that does to the table standings. So, Corky there in 14th, Upper Million in 13th, Boldy in 12th, D Young 11th, Fatman in 10th, Johnny in 9th, and Drew there in 8th. Johnny and Drew on the same points. And then top half of the table, Foxy Dev in 7th, moving up the table nicely. Gear Kayla in 6th, Sprinkler 5th, Mike in 4th, Mario moving up into 3rd with those 2 podium finishes in a row. Gavsky 2nd, taking maximum points here tonight. And Elbella holding on to the lead, but Gavsky is getting closer at the top of the championship. So, thank you everyone so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit the like button, share the video out there. Vote for your driver of the day. Keep saying it. Link is in the description. We're getting close to 1,500 subscribers on the channel, so if you haven't subscribed as well, hit the subscribe button. We'll be back next week for round 4 at Gran's Hatch. Have a good evening, everyone.